Hello and welcome to Lit Canon. I'm your host, ThunderAF with B+.
I'm B+. It's me.
Our two-part edition today because this comic that we're looking at is in two parts. And it is part 2 of our Action Comics 310 deep dive. Actually, not deep dive, flyover. Because we get shot out of a cannon, so we're flying over. I don't know.
Okay.
We are crash landing into Action Comics 310. This is the second part of this issue. The first one was a Superman tale, but this one is Supergirl. Supergirl.
Known here as Linda, not Kara.
Yes.
Was very thrown off by that. At first, I was like, "Is
they
this?"
made some changes to Supergirl for the show.
I'm glad they did. Linda's a shit name.
Wow.
It's an old lady name.
So her parents' names, Fred and Edna, by the way.
Not what I was led to believe.
Fred and Edna Danvers are the parents, or the foster parents. Like, they never actually refer to Edna, it is her name, Fred, multiple times.
I didn't even realize that either.
But Edna was just like Honey and Mom, never actually Edna. Look into that as you will, I don't know.
It feels a little telling.
And so this story is about little Supergirl having to decide between her Kryptonian parents and her human ones.
Did this feel a little racist to you? Like a cross-culture adoption, and then they want you to stay with the, I don't know, it felt a little bit
I can see where you're going with that.
a little weird.
It felt more like you're not in a happy place if you're an orphan.
Yeah.
Like I feel like this issue was really shitting on orphans.
What kind of parents would be like, oh, it seems like your Earth parents really love you. You should stay here. We'll just leave. Like, we were trapped in the survival zone. The survival
zone. The nicer cousin.
To the survival zone.
The better cousin of the Phantom Zone is the survival zone. Mm-hmm. I don't think it does anything different.
Nope.
It just has a friendlier name. So yeah, so we start out, so Supergirl has kind of like figured out that her parents are in the survival zone and it's kind of floating around.
No real indication as to how she learns. She's just got her chronoscope.
She wants to
that lets her see anything and everything, I think.
That's right, so she's watching back at her parents' death, essentially, the explosion of Krypton and Argo City, which is now in a bubble. And she discovers oh, I think they did escape. And she's going to this survival zone and she discovers that their spirits are hey, help us. But she can't, she's too afraid to tell her human parents because, it would get awkward.
She doesn't want to hurt their feelings because they don't have anything other to live for than her.
To look for more information, she goes to the memorial planet of Krypton. Superman and her built a whole planet in memory of Krypton
with functioning robots.
Yes, with functioning robots of them. Robots is a common theme in Superman.
That is not a healthy coping mechanism. That is not a healthy way to move past your grief.
But so she goes there, and this whole planet, they're just doing nothing with it.
Yeah.
It's a functioning planet from all intents and purposes, it looks like.
It's like they're just in autoplay mode.
Yeah.
Just
how many droids are there? What have these people created?
Yes. Maybe it was WandaVision being out so recently that the idea of that is very unsettling.
Oh, well. And so she gets some equipment, some working equipment in this memorial planet.
Because Superman doesn't just make things that look real.
Yeah. She has to go to the bottled city of Kendor at one point.
Yep, she has to parachute in as well.
And they actually mention that you have to take a certain shrink element to get that small, and it's rare, so they don't use it a lot, and they shouldn't be going down there all that much. But Superman is going down there for fucking regular
parole
meetings.
Yeah.
So Superman's just wasteful. But anyway, she goes down there for something. Anyway, she knows how to get her parents back. And she goes to her computer in her room, the giant scientist computer in her room, multi-dimensional computer in her room.
That's right.
And she thinks her parents have gone to the movies, and she starts trying to get her Kryptonian parents out, but something's gone wrong. But luckily
her electrical engineer
dad,
foster father, loves her So much that he has nothing else to live for.
And he comes in, it's like, I know how to save her. And his solution is just more power. That's what you needed to do. Was just turn the power up. So thanks, Dad.
There was a surge or a drain.
Yeah.
On the city grid trying to do this, apparently. Memorials.
But then, okay, so now the parents are out, and Supergirl's like, hi, guys. Well, to both parents, and everyone knows, they're all there. And it's immediately just like understood that she's gonna go live with her Kryptonian parents now. Yeah. That's it.
And it's gonna destroy her Earth parents emotionally.
They'll never see him. She'll never see him or anything. Nope, just new life.
Gone forever.
Gone. So she has this huge dilemma about that. And the super horse comet was in it.
Oh yeah, the super horse.
The psychic horse.
Uh-huh.
Gives her advice.
Lots of advice. And she's like, yep, okay, well, guess I gotta go, Comet.
Well, the horse was Comet say, just like, this is a decision you have to make.
Yeah.
And then, oh, thanks. Thanks for the wise words. Mm-hmm. In the meantime, the parents are like getting along.
Mm-hmm. Like making each other cakes special.
Like the cakes, the rainbow cake and the
that they made
desert
with
of 100
eyes.
Flavors. Like imagine that chef's show. Kryptonian cooking. Like they're making cakes with their eyes.
That would be fascinating.
Like, take us to Flavor Town, Zor-El. But so then the Kryptonian parents are getting all upset, like, oh, we can't break the Fred and Edna's hearts like this, like, or they can't live up to what Supergirl is. Like, she's been taking them around town, and they have a lot of museums and monuments to superheroes in this world right now.
Apparently.
You're seeing all the monuments to Superman, Supergirl, and there's no way that we could.
They're just kind of like, God, these guys are just better fucking parents than we are. They're gonna be.
Like we can't take her away from this, and we just can't compete. So they're gonna dose themselves with gold kryptonite to take away their powers. And that way, like Supergirl won't be compelled to live with her super parents.
They'll just be plain old boring, regular parents. You know, the kind that she's choosing to stay with.
Yeah. But then Fred stops them, like, no, don't do that. Like, I'm sure we could come up with a solution. And then Supergirl comes home. She's ready for her last night with the Fred and Edna, ready to go live with her super parents. When Zor-El and Alora are not there. And you find out that they've decided to go live in Kendor, where they belong with their people with no powers. And Supergirl can stay on Earth with her powers and her foster parents. And they'll just visit her from now and then. All is happy in the end.
Is it?
You didn't think it was happy in the end? Who was sad?
What kind of fucking parents are just like, yeah, don't fight for their kid though. I get that it should have destroyed them as much as it would have destroyed Fred and Ethel. They should not have been okay with passing their kid off.
Yeah.
I'm not okay with it. That's bad parents.
The parents just like, oh, we're just going to take her. Like, oh, they're just going to go with her. Why didn't they fight for her?
Well, it felt like none of the parents fought for
the situation. It was like, yep, what, man, I guess, why were they so, like, yeah, you're going to go, I understand, I guess, you missed out on all these years with your Kryptonian parents, so you want to make up for it, but it was just such a complete 180, start with a dinner.
Yeah.
Not just like, we're just going to completely uproot your life so you can just be with them because you were supposed to be with them. Like, I get supposed to be, but it's new. Things have changed.
It was an odd.
It was an odd story.
Odd story. Odd tone.
So do you think
that's
Supergirl?
I think that's a grim story that was told with like a weirdly bright hairbrush custody and like identity and everything are all big issues. And then it was just like, oh, no, you just obviously go choose one over the other. Oh, that wasn't the last lap. Damn it.
Do you think that while Supergirl is trapped in the Phantom Zone on the CW, that they'll use the survival zone to get out? I think they'll find an alternate dimension that gets you into the Phantom Zone. It's like, oh, come to the survival zone, Kara. She'd be like, no, I have to save somebody. Man, that's my predictions. I don't know. Maybe I don't have to.
Interesting thoughts.
Or the time travel plan will work. Who knows? Okay, well, thank you everybody for listening. This has been Lit Canon. Subscribe, like, cherish, share, comment. I'm sure there's something else you can do. Tattoo it,
Follow it.
follow it,
Bop it.
bop it,
Twist it.
twist it,
Pull it.
pull it, suck it. I don't know. I got 2 words for ya. Goodbye.
Bye.
Oh boy. Not third.
Very nice.